Welcome to Comics, to Hot Comics TV, and Doom, and Heavy Metal, and Simon Bisley. Alright, let's take a look at this. I always talk about heavy metal comics, and this is a good excuse to open up an old magazine. So, heavy metal was the counterpart of La Metal Hurlant, which is screaming metal in French, in Francis. And this is, what do you call it, Simon Bisley. When I first saw this cover of this magazine, this blew my mind. I was like, what is this madness? This is insane. This is so cool at the same time. I mean, I've seen Frazetta, had been exposed to Frank Frazetta before that, but then seeing this painting, commercial illustration that this man did, I was absolutely inspired, and I wanted to know more. I wanted to see more of this painting. I was like, what is this? So, heavy metal's not for kids, obviously. This is like a grown-ups magazine, adult. And I have to be careful with this because we don't have just, what do you call it, violence, but we also have, other things that are not savory for the youth, obviously. So anyway, 1996, wow, when the second heavy metal movie was coming out. Julie, you're so beautiful. So here are the works. Julie Strain was the, what do you call it, the ex-wife of, Kevin Eastman, sorry, my brain is mush. So this is a conceptual work by Kevin Eastman for Simon to come in and do his own version, his own spin, his flavor, his art, or what he was being contracted to do. And Simon Bisley is a well-accomplished British man, British artist, who has done the just adjusting the camera, the artwork for 2000 AD. He did Slain, what else? Judge Dredd, obviously, and Doom Patrol. He did a lot of work for Doom Patrol throughout the 90s. He was in a lot of the This man was everywhere, erotic, everything. So this is doing his run through heavy metals, and his beautiful artwork. I mean, it's just so awesome how he executes these illustrations. He's obviously taking a lot of tropes and techniques from Simon Bisley, from Frank Frazetta, but his level is a little bit more cartoony. Whether Frank was a little bit more correct anatomy, like the anatomy was a little bit, more sound, whether Simon's a little bit more stylized, but there's nothing to take away from Simon. Simon Bisley's like one of the best of the best. So these are short stories. Oh, Olivia, oh my god, this woman, I love this woman's work. She's one of the best airbrush illustrators in the market. She works for Playboy. Everybody, go do yourself a favor, go look her up, look at her work. This lady is one of the masters of airbrushing, alongside with Sorayama and who's another pinup artist, I don't know, Vargas, I guess, but anyway, she is a masters of pinup, cheesecake illustrators. She's just an amazing, talented artist. Go look her up, Olivia. She's amazing. So they went full hog on this film. I'm pretty sure it's pretty easy available for you to go get this movie, even on streaming services. So yeah. Who's this man? Who's in this publication? I glossed over a couple of things in this. Storm, the Living Planet. Don Lawrence and Martin Delewick. European comics. These are European comics. This is the adult graphic now series of fantasy comics for America. And Kevin Eastman ran this for a long time. Okay, the usual suspects. We got works for Hans Rudy Giger and also from Wayne Barlow. He's an amazing, talented science fiction cover illustrator, artist. He's very talented. The way that this man portrays alien life forms, wow. And we cannot mention anything other than say that Hans Rudy Giger was like the master of bizarre horror, Lovecraftian horror. Creator of the Xenomorph. The man needs no introduction. The man's like a master of horror illustrations. Yeah, Astroport, right? Hey. Nice collection stories. They're always short stories. It's from the very inception of the series. It had what do you call it? Short stories. And then were collected on the serials. So Burnett. Okay, so this is the guy from Torpedo. Yeah. Nice. Very satirical. Look, most of this is satire. It's not really, it's growing up comedy, so it's not really obviously for children. But I think it's worthwhile having the conversation. It's beautifully rendered stuff. I mean, this is amazing. I only got these works on these publications on the heavy metal magazines, but I don't really have anything other. I don't have books collected for these. Beautiful work. It sucks you in also. You get transported to another world and you just forget about life, bills, taxes, and whatnot. So yeah, here we go. Collectibles, huh? Yes, Corbin. We got to talk about Corbin very soon. So yes, this is Simon Bisley. This is kind of like my introduction to Simon Bisley. I mean, if you look at this artwork, I mean, it's amazing work. I mean, they use Julie, God bless her soul. She's not with us anymore, but she was the model that was portrayed in the second film on the F.A.K.K.2, the heavy metal animated film. So this illustration just blew my mind back then, and I hope this inspires anybody who's interested in illustration, fantasy, action, all that sort of good stuff. Yeah, that's Heavy Metal Magazine, my introduction to Simon Bisley, at least back then. This was a quick look. Please like and subscribe. Until next time.